Alrighty, fantastic. Hello and welcome to the Brother Slim. This is Cam, and I am in the end game of my People of the Stormlit Lantern campaign. So we're going to face off against my first level 3 Screaming Antelope. The toughness is pretty high, and I don't have my A team with me tonight, so we shall see how it goes. I'm just going to move this microphone a little bit. Cool. So quickly going off the team that we do have for this evening is Felt, our would-be bow specialist. Kind of kitted out in attack and support kind of role is the vibe we're going with. Felt is using this Gambler Chest narrative sculpt, which was super cool. And just a really quick, easy paint job. And then we have Goncho, our kind of fist and tooth / whatever the heck they can possibly do. They've also got the Final Lantern, Bacon Shield, Digging Claw, and Bone Sickle to get some good resources. And then rolling armor aside from that. And we'll be using the Erluzidin, the updated Erluzidin miniature for them. Erluzidin is out this round because of a settlement event, which was not sparking joy. Then we have Risen, who is our previous on the way to weapon or shield specialist, but hadn't gotten there yet. They are an immortal survivor though, and so they've got a slightly different kit than I've used previously, which I'm kind of stoked for. Let's take a quick little look. So full Phoenix armor, which is pretty cool. So because of that, we get some extra insanity when we start. I took the Almanac to generate some more insanity. And then what I'm pretty stoked for is, so if insane, ignore the first hit each round and suffer 1 brain damage instead. Cool. And if insane, gain an evasion token. Cool. Feather Shield is the one that's pretty cool here. Reduce any suffered damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Brain damage specifically. So when I do take that brain damage, it shouldn't be too bad. And they've also got the Juggernaut Blade, which is just a beast. Okay, let's go ahead and part here. And we'll get everyone all reset there, which will be good. Cool. So let's do this. And we're also using the Death Die for the first time. So I was looking that up beforehand, and I think I've got a fair handle on it. So basically, this thing here illustrates it. So the Final Lantern's frenetic light causes bilious anxiety. While its energies brightens your lantern, the hairs on your body bristle. Once per round, if you have the death die, you may use one of the settlement's pulse discoveries. And so we only have level 1, which is add an attack roll to an attack, which from my understanding is weird phrasing to say have an extra attack on your turn. Wait, hello, Mike. No worries on the space. Happy to have you. I was a few minutes late getting started too. I scared someone away who was watching when I got started because I was looking up the rules for this and it was not engaging, shall we say. Okay, cool. So yeah, that should be fun. And the way I'm going to do it, because I'm playing solo and there isn't really any monster controller tile thing, I'm just going to rotate it each round. Mike, did you see the most recent KDM update with the super creepy, cool parasite lady? Specifically, the mini's one thing, but both I guess the mini and art. Oh my goodness, so crazy. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty, 68. Let's get this book and see. Oh, no, what am I doing? That is not rolling. This is a Screaming Antelope one. Migration. Some unseen forces set off a massive migration. Nothing remains but uprooted acanthus plants and shattered ground ruined by hooves. Move the Screaming Antelope 3 spaces away from the survivors on the hunt board. Okay, well, it's going to go as far back as it can, which we don't necessarily love, but it was already pretty far back anyways. And then we'll scoot up. We'll have not Erluzidin, Goncho, roll on this, getting a 37. Lost. The survivors are hopelessly lost in the unbroken ground, in the unbroken darkness. Move the survivors 2 spaces back on the hunt board. Okay, don't necessarily love that either. Back to the front. I guess not a bad timing to get it, though. Okay, this will be Risen. Ooh, that'll be 3. Cancer pigeons. Okay, we've gotten this one before. The survivors are surrounded by the echoing coo of infant babble. Strange baby-faced birds circle overhead. Gripped with instinctual horror, the survivors break into a run. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or survivors in case of a tie, becomes a straggler. If any survivor has noisy gear, -2 to their roll. Each straggler rolls a d10. Okay, well, we'll just go in order from front to back here. Okay, well, that's probably going to be it, as long as we don't get a... Oh. Okay, so we have 2 stragglers, them being Goncho and Risen. In which case, we don't have a whip either. I kind of wish we had... yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a whip at some point here, but it might be too late for this campaign. Okay, well, let's do this. So 2 d10 rolls. Let's go with Goncho first. Getting a 7. You escape the terrible creatures. That is good. And Risen, getting a 5. A cancer pigeon latches onto your back. Shake it free by spending 1 survival. Otherwise, you are dead inside and cannot gain survival. Record this impairment. Absolutely, we're going to spend a survival. Oh man, that is super fair, and I feel that I keep up to date on pretty much all crowdfunding updates because it's kind of my job in some regard. But I feel the slammed on life front. My wife and I are, well, we've been in the process of trying to move house for almost coming up on a year now, and things are coming to a head, which is really exciting, but also quite stressful too. Okay, so that is a survival going down to 5. That's not fantastic, but oh well. Cool, and then we'll scoot back up to where we started. Okay, so Risen, rolling on the happy fun table. Ooh, getting a 5. Flesh fields. Ahead, the stone faces on the ground give way to a field of man-sized fleshy boils sprouting thick black hair. Gross. The sinuous terrain radiates moist heat. As they travel, every survivor suffers heat exhaustion, losing 1 survival. That's kind of ironic, heat exhaustion, very fitting in the heat wave that we just had. Too late for the whip in the is the radio track on my S&M Band's new album. Beautiful, beautiful. Too late for the whip indeed. Okay, so event revealer rolls. Oh, we do have a sickle, so we'll add a roll, 4 to the roll. That's nice. All right, so this is Risen rolling a d10 and adding 4 to the result. So getting a 10. Ooh, each survivor harvests 1 basic hide from the flesh fields. Happy, happy fun. I am down with that. We're like totally out of resources. Basic hide. Let's add that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love to see that. Love that very much. Okay, and then that scooted us back here. And we have, who was our last support Lancer Screamer person here? Scar. Scar's going to go. This is the special hunt too, so we're just going to flip that over. Mineral gathering. Let's go take a looky-loo. Okay, let's put that there. And mineral gathering. Oh, the simple joys of flipping right open to the page. How much fun is that? Each survivor with a pickaxe rolls on the mineral gathering table. We only have 1. I do believe we can re-roll if we want to also. Let's just take a little look there. During the mineral story, you may re-roll 1 of your d20s. Indeed, just 1. But let's see what we get. Ooh, 8+. Gain 1 scrap. And if this occurs after overwhelming darkness, you find a cave. Okay, so we don't get to do the cave for better or worse, but we do get to do a scrap. So we'll do that. Interesting. I didn't realize that. I've been putting them in, have never rolled very well, and I didn't realize that continuing on was gated by a overwhelming darkness there. So good to know for the future. Okay. Cool. Scoot on up. And then let's have Felt resolve this card. Skittish. Panicked by the oncoming survivors, a screaming antelope moves 1 space away from the survivors on the hunt board. It cannot do that, so we're just going to roll, as it says here, a random hunt event. Okay. $94. From the fleshy polyps to a sickening mess. The survivors come upon a patch of badly damaged ground, the stone of the area. The survivors approach, but survivors with squeamish disorder refuse to go any closer. We'll double check that, but I don't think we have anyone squeamish. Oh, insane survivors consume what they find and make themselves sick. They gain, oh dang, -1 strength token. Sane survivors stop to investigate the mess. Each gains +1 courage and rolls 1d10. So if anyone's squeamish, that would actually be a benefit. Okay, looking for squeamish, no. Gancho, no. Nope, so no squeamish. And Scar, no squeamish. Okay, so Scar is not insane, so I'm just gonna put them just there so that they're not insane. So I can remember. Gancho is also not insane, that's something. Felt, you're also not insane. Okay, so we'll only have one person here. Okay, so Risen is losing a strength, which if anyone's going to lose strength, that's not the worst. So strength, temporary, there we go. Actually, you know what, that's perfect, because they've also got the Juggernaut Blade, which adds strength because of the because of the 3 tokens, so that's kind of awesome. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Boom, cool. Cool. So we've got that, and then we just need to roll 3 investigations here. Adding courage or getting a courage, and also adding a understanding for this too. So let's do that. Adding a courage, Gancho, courage, and Scar, courage. Awesome. All right, Felt, what is your understanding? You have 1. Let's see what Felt gets. Ooh, nice. So that's going to be an 11. Gain 1 basic resource. We love that. Let's just get that deck out here. Give it a quick shuffle here as well. There we go. And so let's just gain 1. Perfect hide. That's a lot of fun. We'll chuck it up in the corner there. And then we'll leave that just off to the side there for now too. All right, so that's pretty awesome. And so that's Felt done. Let's go with Gancho, who's got a single understanding as well. 9 becoming a 10. Sweet. Another basic resource. This is exactly what we want. Monster Bone, very cool. Put that up there. And then another d10 roll here, getting a 7 plus 2 is 9. And we're gonna get another resource. Heck yeah. You know what? That's fantastic. Let's go. Cool. There we go. And then we'll scoot everyone up here. Up to there. Cool. And then we need to roll another Demon Hunter table. Oh, actually, I think I might have messed that up because that would have been... Yeah, I think I was wrong there. So they should have been there because I didn't push them up from the harvesting. So cool. Overwhelming darkness time. Happy fun. Yeah, Mike also added to the point of 0 stress or worries on missing today, because usually we'd be doing Aeon Trespass tonight, but we had to jumble things around, and I figured, you know what, if we're going to be doing that next week, we might as well move Kingdom Death up this week, and I was not available for the current usual Tuesday, so here we are tonight. All right, Overwhelming Darkness, let's do it. Breath of a Savior, that would be nice. There we go. Overwhelming Darkness. Just move some of this stuff out of the way so we can get this on the table here. Well, okay, let's see. So, Path of the Insane, that is going to be Risen. I'm just going to double check one thing with Risen, actually. How much courage do you have? You can choose Path of the Brave, so let's do that. That sounds good. And so 1 insanity. Do you have 3 courage? No, you don't. So that means Felt is going to be doomed, I think, which kind of stinks. That's okay. Gancho, you are also doomed. And then last but not least, Scar is also doomed. Yeah, I don't like the sound of this. Okay, well, let's do Risen first. Getting a 4, a massive whale swims overhead. Your guts quiver with its booming cries. You vomit in fear, but keep a brave face. Gain -1 evasion token. After this event, all other survivors gain +1 survival from your bold display. Okay, well, you know what? That could be worse. And this being Risen. Okay, so that is -1 evasion, which is also an extra temporary strength token. Cool. And then we'll just have to make sure to add survival for everyone else. Let's go ahead and do everyone on Path of the Insane, or Path of the Doomed. Okay, an 8 for Felt. Resolute, gain 1 insanity and 1 courage. Cool. There we go. Awesome, awesome. And then they're topped out for survival, so we can't do that. Gancho, let's roll a d10. Ooh, that's not going to be good. A 3. You glimpse a nightmare whale swimming overhead. Your heart shrivels. Lose half your survival rounded down and gain a post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, so half survival rounded down is going to be 3. There we go. We will get that extra survival from the first one, though, so that's something. Okay, and then post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm not sure if we've seen this one. If we have, it's been a very long time. Next settlement phase, you do not contribute or participate in endeavors. Skip the next hunt to recover. That's totally fine by me. Goncho's kind of just a sit-in character here anyway, so all good on that front. Okay, that's Gancho done. And next up, and last but not least, is Scar. So hoping for a high roll. 6. You choke on the atmosphere. It leaves you sick and unbalanced. Lose monster level survival and gain -1 evasion token. We don't love the -1 evasion. Stuck with that -1 evasion. And -1 survival, so that just ends up being a moot point. That's fine, because we lose a survival, gain a survival from the Path of the Brave person. Okay, cool. So we'll scoot on up to mineral or herb gathering in that case. So I'll get these people back out on Gboard here. There we go, put that there. And everyone gains a survival, which is nice. So Risen going back up to 6, Scar up to 8, fantastic. And then herb gathering, let us see. There we go, this plant, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope this plant makes it into the game at some point, because it's a really cool carnivorous plant. Okay, to make a gathering roll, a survivor nominates any number of d10s and rolls them. If 2 or more die results are the same, your score is 0. Otherwise, add all your die results to determine your score. So we've done really good, we've done really bad. Let's see where we end up today. We're going to be doing 3 dice apiece. So for a Felt first, our bow person. Fantastic, so that is going to be 22. Just going to pull out a calculator here so I don't mess this up. 22. And then for Gancho. Nice. 15. Risen. 18. And then last but not least. Wow, this is a pretty wild roll. Plus 19. And then we're also going to be adding 10 to the final score because we are past Overwhelming Darkness. Plus 10. Giving us a total of 84. So we've totally crushed this again. My goodness. Okay, cool. So the survivors find a path. Also, I've never really looked at this closely. Just like the little plants logos here are cool. So there's an acanthus. Well, kind of like the acanthus on the game boards. There's a flowering plant. And then a sunflower face plant. And then a creepy, gribbly monstrosity of a plant there too. Cool, okay, sweet. So, we can either explore the swamp or gain a fresh acanthus resource. We do have someone with an almanac, so I'm tempted to do this. Let's do this. Roll the swamp, and we can roll 2 dice and keep the highest. Oh well, we are definitely going to take that 10. Fantastic. So 10. Deep in the swamp, you find a twisting vine in the shape of a withered hand holding a fruit. Seductive and repulsive, the shining fruit is a sight to behold. You must eat the fruit. If you cannot consume, then nothing happens. I'm assuming that's the fruit, kind of giving me devil fruit vibes from One Piece in a gribbly, horrific fashion. Okay, and so survivor with the sickle is Gancho, and they can consume. Little shop of horrors, explore, indeed. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so they haven't consumed one before, so this is going to be the first one. Let's roll 80-10 and see. Oh my goodness! 2 10s in a row. Bitter blue seeds stain your mouth with thick black juice. Their powerful flavor awakens you. You are forever changed. Gain 1 permanent blue affinity. Oh, wild. Okay, well, that's pretty neat. I don't think it necessarily is going to do anything for this character, but that is still cool. So we'll just add a blue affinity there. Cool, very cool. Well, on that front, let us continue onwards here as we make our way towards a screaming antelope. And I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle this now. The antelope's on the very far back, and maybe we'll actually be able to get it to show on the table now. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So I can't remember what that was. So we're just going to restart with Felt at the top here. Alrighty, getting a 98. Crazy high rolls across the board tonight. Not gonna lie, that swamp thing was cool. Very cool indeed. 98. Oh, 1 away from the portcullis. I've had the portcullis key since the very beginning of this campaign. I would love to get that. Bloody eyes. The survivors find a trail of blood. It pools in the eye sockets of the stone-faced ground. The blood is still warm. The event revealer may investigate and roll 1d10, or ignore the trail and end this event. Well, I mean, I think we need to roll on this table and see what happens. Let's do it. 5. 4 to 6. The event revealer leads to the trail leads to a huge box. Trapped inside is a young red-haired survivor. Gain +1 population. The carvings adorning the box are haunting. All survivors suffer 3 event brain damage. Eek, that's not great, but that's cool. Is that Aya, the survivor? I think her name is. She's in the comic in the back of the book and has a bunch of models and gear and stuff made after her. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so 0 insanity and suffering a noggin wound for Felt. Same deal for Gancho. Don't love that per se. Risen, I just want to check out the gear loadout really quick here. Yeah, so we get to reduce that brain damage to 2, which is nice. Scar also takes a noggin wound, which is suboptimal, but that's okay. Didn't realize so many people are not insane in this crew, but we shall make do. Okay, cool. So that would scoot us up to here, and Gancho will proc this last one. Vomit pile. The survivors find the half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Each survivor may scavenge, gain +1 courage, and roll on the table. Okay, well, this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do a roll or 2 here. Let's go with Felt. Getting a 5, so Felt gains a survival if they can. Oh, Felt's already topped up. They do gain a courage, though, so we'll do that. Ooh, we get to read bold. That's kind of fun. Let's do that right now. Armored Strangers, Birth of a Savior, bold. So we are in the hunt phase, prepared. Let us get prepared. Abilities. Where are you at? P. Prepared. So we've had this one before. Just the straggler result roll. And then let's see. We can have a good roll here. That could be nice. Ooh, getting 11 from 10. Gain +1 permanent movement. This is probably the character that could use that the least, but still a benefit. Cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So back we go. That's pretty sweet. Let's see. Who else do we want to roll here? Let's go down the line. Let's go with Guancho next. 4. Archive all consumable gear. Let's see. Do they have any consumable gear? Maybe I should be looking at this actually. So bold, so late in the campaign. Indeed. Okay, all good there. I'm actually just going to look at the loadouts for everyone else. Yeah, so we will roll with... Actually, let me double check here. You know what, I'm going to give myself 1 retcon because I should have looked at the gear grids before rolling, and I wouldn't have rolled with Concho if I looked because he does have consumable gear. So I'm going to give myself 1 mulligan and take off a survival for my mulligan instead. Okay, Risen will roll though, because there's no, whoopsies, no negatives here. Getting a 7. Gain +1 survival. Okay, so Risen does gain a courage though. Let's do that. There we go. And gaining a survival, we do like that. And then I think, let me just check Scar's loadout here. Anything consumable? Nope, so we'll roll on this table too. 3. Okay, so we don't need to worry about it because there isn't anything to consume, which is good. And we'll gain a courage there too. Okay, there we go. And scooting forward. I wouldn't mind if this antelope scoots forward here too, but we're getting there. And so far, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Okay, let's roll and see what we get. Oh, 96. Cloaked stranger. A cloaked form steps out from a patch of darkness ahead of the survivors. Its ill-fitting garment shifts atop its form, and its trudging leaves dark black puddles in the mouths of the rain-slick stone on the ground. The revealer approaches the stranger and rolls. So this is Gancho, I believe. Gancho is rolling a d10. 7. The stranger raises its arms and moves to meet your approach. From beneath the folds of its cloak, you can just make out a hint of violet, scaly hide. A claw extends from a sleeve and gently strokes your cheek, leaving a layer of viscous liquid behind. Wiping off the sludge, you find the bizarre experience strangely touching. You gain 1 survival and 1 understanding. What the heck just happened? Weird. Okay, Gancho. Understanding. And survival. Cool. The last track on the hunt board is something bad, starvation or something. Yeah, I've never actually encountered starvation yet. So here's hoping that it can't really happen anyways because Buddy's there. Or no, if... I'm going to just look up the rules for starvation because I've never actually had it as a issue before. Starvation. If the survivors move into this space, including starting the showdown, apply the rules listed on the hunt board. Okay, so bummer. Let's hope this guy scoots forward for us. That would be nice, although it probably won't because there is nothing here. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this thing. So we scoot forward, and then we'll roll 1 more here. 32. 32. Sudden madness. The event revealer, and this is Risen, is devastated by a piercing cacophony in their head. Roll 1d10. If the result is less than or equal to their current insanity, they go mad. Oh, this is our only insane person too. Dang it. Yeah, it was Risen too. Blah. If the result is less than or equal to their current insanity, they go mad, lashing out at their compatriots. Each other survivor suffers 1 event damage to a random hit location before the event regains control of themselves. If the event revealer has crazed fighting arts, they gain insight from their ordeal. So that's not going to be the case here. Something not bad just happened. I understand the confusion. Okay, so let's roll a d10 just for fun. I don't think it's going to work though. 9. Let me see. Oh, it is equal to, isn't it? Because we have 9 insanity right now. Where's this one on madness? Yeah. Oh, bugger. So, alas, close, but not quite. So 1 event damage to everyone else. Let's do it. Okay, so Risen gets damage to, oh sorry, felt damage to the boots, legs. Gancho, damage to the boots. Risen is fine in this case. And Scar to the body. There we go. Okay. And Risen is not crazed, just to confirm. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, and then we'll scoot forward, and we have to have Starvation come into play. Remove 1d5 resources from the settlement storage. That stinks. 1, you know what? I will take it all day, and we'll take that out of all of the hide that we got during this hunt. So, not too shabby at all. Cool, well, that was a long, but in the grand scheme of things, positive hunt phase. And that literally almost could not have been longer, I think, because he moved all the way back and we moved all the way to the beginning, too. Okay, Screaming Antelope. It's been a long time since we fought them, so we'll showcase the creepy, cool art here and read the little lore-ish blurb as well. There was once a fearsome monster that was trained by the hand to be a steed for the goblin. However, upon smelling its new master, the monster's mind shattered and it ran into the unknown, foaming at the mouth and biting the noses off the stone-faced floor. Cool. Very, very cool. So, let's get this set up here. Most of it should be set up underneath the board, but I think I jostled a bunch of the tiles. That's okay. Okay, just a little bit. That's not too bad. So when I read of this, it seems to me that the this specific showdown setup is what takes precedence over the usual Acantha setup. So I've got that there. And then we've got 3 flowers down here, which is cool. Okay, so yeah, all of the Acanthus have that up. We got the bug patch, which isn't great because we have at least 1 or possibly 2 survivors who have the, I can't remember what it's called, the vermin frenzy or vermin lovin', something like that. They can't spend survival while that's there. So, in kind of a stroke of luck, our immortal tank can't spend survival in general anyway, so they're just going to go ham and spend survival. Or no, they can't anyways. And attack while everyone else gets this other stuff off the board. I do need to set up the survival course though, because I didn't have that set up. 6 spaces from all other terrain. Well, let's just put you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Cool, cool. And we'll put all of these down hitherforth. We've got all that terrain. So you are going to go there, and we are going to tuck everyone on this little messy side over here. Because the setup is just all along that row. So how do we want to do this? Felt's got the most movement, so maybe let's go with them. They can make a beeline for the bug patch. That sounds good to me. You can go right there. You know what? I think making a beeline to the bug patch is a bad call. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't spend survival. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty sweet. So let's go with you there. Gancho here. And then you down there. Let's do that. Vermin Obsession was High School Insect Club nickname. Cool. Any favorite bugs in that club? Okay, and let's just take a quick look at who has Vermin Obsession. Felts. Oh, we can actually read there. That's handy. Felts, Gancho, Risen, and Scar. So everybody. What a treat, what a treat. All right, how do we want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Let's do this. It, of course, gets to go first because we are not ambushing it. And let's see what it's going to do. Crush and devour. Closest threat in field of view in range. Oh, actually, I just need to set up a few more little things on it because it's got extra. So toughness is actually going to be 16. Oh, let's go over its things first. Here I am doing all these things out of order. So the new thing is legendary horns. Screaming Antelope is impossibly old. The monster gains +4 toughness tokens and +1 speed token. When a survivor with less than 5 courage ends their act adjacent to the Screaming Antelope, they suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. So we don't love that, that's for sure. When the monster is defeated, gain the Legendary Horns Strange resource. Okay. Hypermetabolism. This is a old one. Whenever, I think this might be our first time with this one. Whenever the monster consumes terrain or gear, the monster gains +1 speed token. Joy. Just put the ones CA, put my luck. Nice. Diabolical. At the end of the monster's turn, target a random survivor in the trample zone. And then trample. So if I remember correctly, I think it might have been you, Mike, that told me the proper way to use this card. So it doesn't matter. It'll target people outside of this zone and then move as normal, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I actually can't remember, because I think I was doing this wrong before. At the end of the monster's turn, target a random survivor in the trample zone. Because so it doesn't target in there, if I remember correctly. Mike, if you happen to know, feel free to drop in the chat, because I was so confident I remembered, and I do not. Then lastly, trample. Whenever the monster collides with a survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about legendary horns. I didn't look it up ahead of time, and if I did, I think I would have used leather armor instead of rolling armor on Gancho here. But that is the way it is, and we shall play. So, Crush and Devour, closest threat in field of view, and we also need some extra tokens here too, so let's do that. So we got +2 speed, +2 damage. Two, and then 4 toughness, which is pretty brutal. That's correct. Yeah, 4 toughness. Oh, and that's actually an additional speed too. Okay, so its toughness is 16, which is pretty crazy. Nothing as crazy as the last couple of fights though, so we'll see. I thought if no one was in the trample zone, get grazed. Hey, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me, because I definitely do not... I do remember for sure, so let's play it that way. That sounds great. If there is a different way that it's supposed to be done, someone can correct me in the comments for sure. Okay, so let's do this dang. And what is its range and stuff here? So it can move 8. Closest threats. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, bugger. It cannot attack. So no target is going to go graze. Yeah, diagonal with reach 2 for sure. That'll be good. Well, graze we don't love because it's going to do things we don't like. The monster consumes terrain or gear against +1 speed token. So it is going to consume Joy because it's read graze. Full moves to the closest acanthus plant and ends its turn. If the monster is on or adjacent to an acanthus plant, archive and heal 1 wound. If there are no acanthus plants on the showdown board, instead full move in a straight line. So we'll take an acanthus plant off the board. Excuse me, and it gains another speed token. So it is fast as heck. Which, yeah, I'm a little bit weirded about. Okay, let's go with us. All right, so you first are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and roll on this acanthus table. I think I put this here planning to pick it up right away, but I think my plan is just going to be try to get all of the Acanthus off the board because actually, you know what? I'm just going to do one little small change there. Let's just do that. Because I'm worried about it eating it all. Okay, so let's roll on the table here. Nothing there, so 8 is going to be a fresh Acanthus, which is nice. We'll add that to our resources, and who knows, maybe even use it this fight. Going up to 3. We'll get that off the board. There we go, and then Gancho going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll on the table, getting a 2. That's not great. Suffer 1 arm damage and archive the terrain. At least the terrain is gone. There we go, Gancho. I'm also pleased as a pickle for you to be here. And 0 stress or worries if you are wrong. I know for a fact I've gotten a gazillion things wrong. Sometimes in my favor and sometimes very much to my detriment. Okay, so do I want to... I might as well pick this up actually because... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. So they... I don't think they... Is Scar actually wearing... No, Scar's wearing leather. Okay, so that means they do get to add nothing to this roll. So just straight up to 10. 7, that's gotta be pretty good for the Survivor Corpse. So we haven't moved through it. On a 7+, gain 3 insanity and a skull. Archiving the terrain. That sounds great to me. 1, 2, 3. And a skull. Like a partridge in a pear tree. Cool, cool, cool. And then Scar can move, if I recall correctly, just 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting up to there. And then last but not least, down here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting to there. Actually, you know what? Let's do 6 getting to there. So we're all in a straight line, but it shouldn't be too bad for us. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. That is our first turn done. And let's see what this crazy antelope is going to do. Oh my goodness, we have our first legendary card. Closest knockdown survivor. Furthest threat in field of view. Oh no, this is not great. This is not great at all. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be felt. It was going to be felt no matter what. That sucks. Oh, bummer. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, it can perfectly get to felt, which is a shame. Yeah, 1 extra insanity there too. Okay, so what stinks is this card, instead of it being 1 speed, is 2, 3, 4, 5 speed. 2+ accuracy. There's a really good chance that this is just going to kill Felt because they were not made for a hit like this. Oh, bummer. Well, let's see what the dice have to say. 2, 4, 5. Hitting on 2+ and basically super murdering. 3 damage, so that's going to be 5 damage. Yeah, so this is brutal. Okay. So those all hit. And we can't dodge because the bug patch is on the board. Luckily, I think we only suffered the disemboweled severe injury once. 5 damage to all 5 of these places. Because, yeah, there's no one that could surge or do anything in between. No, I know that wouldn't matter anyways. Okay, well, 3, 4. We'll have to roll another one of these. Okay. That's brutal. I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 fresh Acanthus. Let's just let's take a look here. Okay, so 3. So 2, 3. There's 0 point. It's just going to be happy, happy, fun table rolls for both of these. And then let's see about this one. The noggin, so that'd be 2. Okay, so we're going to do 3 happy, fun table rolls here, which is wild. So Felt is knocked down. And it's going to be a body, a waist, and head happy fun table roll. And there is Freshicanthus was unable to assist at all. Ooh, okay, well, let's pull up the happy fun tables. Felt like the good hunting, dang man it. Alrighty, Ryu, let's go with head first. 9. Shattered jaw. Well, let's get shattered jaw in play. Severe injuries. Shattered jaw. You drink meat through a straw. You can no longer consume or be affected by events requiring you to consume. You can no longer encourage. That stinks. This injury is permanent and can only be recorded once. Gain a bleeding token. Done deal. Okay, that's the head. Now we have 2 waist and 2 bodies. So let's just roll 2 dice. Let's do the body first. 2 and 4. They might just be straight up dead. Let's see. Body, instant death. Yep, there we go. Felt like a good time to go hunting, and they are not coming back from that. Ouch. Okay, well, that really stinks. Skewer. Not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, well, we need to get this Acanthus off the board and see if we can make this happen. Okay, so let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are going to pick up the Freshicanthus. I'm just going to look and see. Is there anything else Freshicanthus could have done? I don't think so, but we'll see. Because I think it's just refreshing armor, but we'll take a little look. Acanthus to fully heal 1 hit location, including injury levels and armor points. So that would have been 2. You know what, give me 1 sec. I'm just going to go back because I think I might have done that wrong. So that would have been including injury levels and armor points. So let's see. So it would have been 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Yeah, I should have done this. I should have done this firstly, but I'm going to use a fresh Acanthus on the body. And then basically just give myself a reroll on that because I did the math wrong. So this would be not going to take either or, just going to do a reroll, and I'd only have to do 1. 7. Okay, so 7 for the body. Ruptured spleen, a vicious blow. Skip the next hunt, gain 2 bleeding tokens. Okay. Ruptured spleen. Serves me right, though. I should have looked at that first. But this feels bad, and the double check makes it feel a little bit less bad. Okay, 2 bleeding tokens, so up to 3. They might just die from bleeding here anyways. So same thing, only need to do 1 roll for the waist here. 5, so let's put you back. 5 for the waist. Warped pelvis. Your pelvis is disfigured. Suffer -1 permanent luck. Gain a bleeding token. So bleeding up to 4, and a -1 permanent luck, which went from like a character that I was stoked on and they were working their way up to being pretty decent to probably someone we're never going to use again. Okay, warped pelvis. There we go. -1 luck, so we can no longer crit on this character. Okay. And then disemboweled, which... Oh, yeah, so I think they're going to die here anyways. Let's see. Severe injury. Disemboweled. Okay, so this would put them up to... Let's just take a look at bleeding. I think they're dead here anyways, which stinks. If a survivor has 5 or more bleeding tokens, they are dead. Archive all tokens. Yeah, so the only way that someone could do anything there was if there is a surge, no one can surge. Least of all them. Let's just take a quick little look at the gear here. So if they were able to surge, they would be okay. Ouch. Okay, so Felt dies anyways. Last name, Chance first name, no. Yeah, okay, well, that really stinks, but I'm going to say, well, yeah, I spent the 2 fresh candidates anyways. I've got 1 left. Bummer. Big time bummer. Let's just put those up in that corner there. Trample. Oh, and I totally forgot Diabolical too. Oh, man. Yeah, this is no good. This is no good at all. This might just be really bad. So put you there. Okay, at the end of the monster's turn, target around a survivor in the trample zone. So no one's in the trample zone. It doesn't say anything about graze. Okay, I'm just going to play it the way I did before, which I think is wrong, and someone can correct me later on. We'll see, Mike. I don't feel fine, and I don't feel like I got this. So it's just going to full move forward. We'll do that. And I think this is wrong, but it's how I played it before, and it feels right in the moment, so that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it goes up there. That is its second turn, after just obliterating one of my characters. Nasty. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will be a dice roll here, getting a 3 on the Acanthus. Find nothing. Archive the train. That is fine by me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting a 2. Something bites the arm. Just going to make sure Felt is dead. Felt, cause of death. Level 3 antelope. Dead. There we go. Okay, so antelope totally killed them. Scar takes 1 damage to the arms. And that's gone. And then Gancho is going to come over here and make a roll, getting an 8. An 8 should be a fresh Acanthus, so we are back up to 2. That is something. And now we can do stuff. Let's see. Scar. We are going to dash and... Oh, no, we can't do that. Okay, that is our turn. Let's have the antelope go next. If he doesn't have a target, it doesn't happen is how I read it, but Rule of Death says make it suck as bad as you can. Yeah, indeed. Lone Rampage. This is the first time I've seen this. The monster unleashes an awful wail to signal its terrific rampage. All non-deaf survivors suffer 1 brain damage. Okay, so no one here is deaf. Okay, so serious insane brain wound for Grancho. Risen suffers 1 damage there. Scar suffers 1 as well. Okay, Zone of Death. What is, how many spaces here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So no one in there. All Zone of Death. All knockdown survivors within the Zone of Death suffer 1 damage per monster level to every location. All standing survivors within the Zone of Death suffer 1 damage per monster level, bash, and knockback 7. So that wasn't too bad. Back to Diabolical, in which case we might have people in range here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alas. Okay, so Diabolical is going to be playing as it should this turn. Target a random survivor in the trample zone. Full move through the targets. Move the monster through and past the survivor. If there's no target, full move forward. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not great. So they get knocked down and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what does this do again? Trample. Damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. Joy, 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 joy. All right, so for Risen, that's going to be to the waist, which is just going to be 2 insanity. And then Gancho here is 2 to the head. No, 3 to the head. So down 5. Or 6. No, yeah, 5. Mathematics. Okay. So, yeah, I don't feel good about this fight at all. Not at all. At least pretty much everyone but Scar is kind of a plebeian survivor, but dang it, this is supposed to be like a, a fairly straightforward, simple cash money, get resources, build a lot of stuff, and that is not how this is going to go at all by the looks of things. Well, it's not over until the dice say so we shall see what happens. That's the end of its turn. I can't encourage yet. So we're going to come down here and loot this freaking bug patch that just caused so much trauma this time. And we don't have a scavenger equipped, so just 1d10. Getting a 2, you catch nothing, but the bugs are gone. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Now they are going to spend a survival and encourage. There we go. Gancho's going to do the same. There we go. Okay. Holy moly. All right, let's see. What makes the most sense to do here? Let's go with our tank person. Actually, before that, one thing I just want to check out for Scar's loadout is the Bloom Sphere. When you're picked as a target, roll 1d10. On a 6+, it must pick a new target. Cool, so it doesn't specify what, it's just pretty much, well, anything. Okay, Risen is going to... Actually, you know what? No, let's go ahead and do... Oh man, yeah, I think I really screwed myself from not looking over the rules as much as I should have for this fight. I was stoked on the loadouts I made with like the lanterns and such, but I didn't look at the differences for the level 3 fight for the antelope here. And there's a whole bunch of things that I easily could have worked around, which I think are just going to slowly break me down here, which really stinks. Yeah, like bad. Okay, well, Specifically, legendary horns here, the second part. When a survivor with less than 5 courage ends their act adjacent to the screaming antelope, they suffer 1 brain damage. Less than 5. I'm pretty sure this is everybody. Courage 4, and I think 4 is the most. Yeah. If I had my A team, I think I'd be fine because everyone has a whole bunch of courage. But yeah, dang it. I thought this was going to be decently easy compared to some of the fights I've been doing, but I did not look at the fight, and that really screwed me. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll play it out a little bit, but I think I might even just call this a fail of a gaming night that I totally supered myself on. Yeah, well, let's see. Let's play it out. I don't really care about these survivors anyway, so let's see what happens. We're just going to make some attacks and see what happens. So, Risen. This is going to be a single attack with the Juggernaut Blade. That will absolutely hit. And there is a crit here. I don't think this character has any luck or anything. No, let's just double check. No. That'll definitely be a wound. And Juggernaut Blade, is there anything of use here? Not particularly here. So we just cause a single wound out of like the 20 some odd that we need to do. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll have Gancho go over here. And so that is 3 brain damage reduced to 2. Ouch. Yeah, this is rough. Okay, Gancho is going to go... And what are they going to attack with? So all that's going to be 3. Well, let's go ahead and do the Digging Claw. So hitting on a 3+, getting a 7. Getting the Restless back, critting on a 9. And that's not even going to be a wound, unfortunately. Because that would be 8. Yeah, so it'd be 12, so not close to a wound. And that is our turn. So and then he's also going to suffer 3 brain damage, which is an immediate roll on the Happy Happy Fun table of doom here for the brain, which we don't like. Yeah, I really messed up this this fight. Not being yet, but like I really sewered myself with my choices of gear and such. I was so excited about the gear loadouts too. I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. This is going to be awesome. And I didn't look at any of the level 3 fight changes. So dumb on me. All right. So brain. Lantern 10. Frenzy. Gain 1d5 insanity. So we'll do 4 insanity, and then frenzy. Gain +1 speed token and +1 strength token. Come on, app, work for me here. +1 speeds and +1 strength. And this just means that they can't spend any survival, if I remember correctly. May not use fighting arts. Ignore slow on melee weapons. Hey, that's something. Yeah, frenzy can't spend survival. All right, well, you know what? Maybe this will be something that does some good for us. Okay, so that's our turn done. Let's see what it's going to do next. Chow down. If there are no Canthus plants on the showdown board, discard chow down and perform basic action. So that's what we're going to do. Basic action coming into play. Pick knockdown survivor in range. Knockdown survivor, closest knockdown survivor in range. Graze. Okay, so it's just going to graze, which for us at this point is not bad at all. It's just going to full move straight forward. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up to there. And now it is our turn. So, let's see. So we can't spend any survival. Let's go with this. Let's go with this one first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to, this being Scar, our spear person. Then they're going to dash, going 1, 2, 3, 4, getting up to there. Luckily, at this point, we don't need to worry about the brain damage. So that is something. Also noticed a few more folks watching. You've turned into a very dour fight, but we'll see what happens. I lost my 4th and likely highest damage dealer on the second turn, and things haven't gone well since. Okay, so Scar, what you got here? So you've got the Finger of God, which is great. And so we're going to be hitting on 3s and with 9 strength. That is something. So we got 2 dice, hitting on 3s. Ooh, a perfect hit. I don't think that's going to do anything for us, though. Nope. But 2 hits. That is something. So Restless Tiny Hands was a failure response. Rude Gestures. Very creepy. Startled. Gain 1 insanity and lose your composure. Spend action to regain your senses before you can attack again. So don't love that. All right. Well, let's do this one first because we don't want it to move away from us. Okay, so we've got 9 strength, so we need a 7 on the dice. 8. Amazing. So we do wound, no crits, but we do wound. We shall take it. As we now have 2 wounds on the board, 2 out of so many more. All right, so once again, looking for a 7. No. You know what? That's okay, though, because it's not going to move away from us. There we go. Alrighty, Roo. So, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to, oh, he can't actually dash because immortal. I'm just going to double check that. Let me see. Immortal, while you're insane, convert all damage dealt to your hit locations to brain damage. You are so busy reveling in your glory that you cannot spend survival while insane. Which is pretty wild. And then weapon. Calcified Juggernaut Blade does not have any reach or anything, so we couldn't do that. And we can't spend survival, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to block 1. There we go. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this being Gancho, it's probably also just going to block with a bacon shield. Yeah, blocking with the bacon shield. Okay, Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range. Let's just do lowest gets it. Okay, that'll be one of our tanks. That's something. Screaming Antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgled moan sounds from its undermouth. Turn to face target and roll 1d10. So we'll just turn this way and roll 1d10. On a result of 4+, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. In addition, if the target is insane, they suffer knockback 5. Okay, 5. The result is 4+, so that would be 3 brain damage on Risen. Being reduced to 2, which is nice. So they're no longer insane, so they're not knocked down or knocked back. That is something. However, Immortal is no longer in play, and they can surge. Okay, and then it is going to do its not so fun Diabolical. However, because of a certain ability we have, we're going to roll a dice, and on a 6+, it does not target. Of course. Okay, so we are going to be trampled. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. There we go. And what was it? Suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So that's going to be 3 damage, which we do not love. For Scar, 3 damage to the waist will... 3 damage is 5 damage. And you know what? We will take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a light wound there. Gurgled moan from the underside. Definitely Taco Bell. You know what? We are going to... we can't dodge that. It's not a... Yeah, so we take that. We can't do anything about that. Bummer. Okay. And now back to us. So, we are going to... Ooh, they can encourage. So Risen's got to be the one to encourage, going down to 6 survival, getting you back up. I think Risen's going to go first, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your move? Oh, your movement's 6. 1. Oh, he's had 6 movement this whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amazing. Okay, so this might be fun. Cool. So we have Phoenix armor, so we're going to charge. We're going to spend movement and action, full move in a straight line. At the end of the movement, activate a melee weapon and attack. Add the number of spaces you moved to your strength for the attack, which is sweet. So what I'm hoping to do is get more attacks with the Feather Shield. And although the Calcified Juggernaut Blade is basically guaranteed to hit, we're going to be adding 13 strength to the Feather Shield and hitting on 6+. So that sounds like a benefit to me right now. So charge, which is our very first time charging. Pretty cool. And then we have 3 attacks hitting on 6s. Oof, just 1 shy, but we'll take that. Cool, cool. And we also have no hit location scanning anymore, so we are flying blind in regards to the trap. I swear, I love this game, but it's crazy how, in my experiences for it at least, how it'll be so swingy, but not like good to bad throughout the night. It'll be a night of bad and a night of really good. Okay, so Screaming Antelope panics, its undermouth unleashing an unhuman whale. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. Could use Spear Guy on diagonal, possibly avoid the charge. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. I didn't want to go with them first because I figured I could get them into range, and if he ran, they wouldn't be able to. But yeah, Spear Guy is going to be our go-to person. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, knockback 5, and are knocked down. Okay, so 2 brain damage per monster level. Jesus. That is going to be a happy, fun Table of Doom roll for the noggin, or for the brain. 6. Danger Seizure. You thrash about wildly, dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor. Okay, so we'll gain 1d5 insanity. Nice. So that'll be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And what happens to us? We don't damage anyone around us. That's nice. Random Disorder. Let's get it. Random 1. Here we go. Ghostly Beauty. Double all insanity you gain. Double all survival you spend. You know what? That sounds great to me. Yes, super anticlimactic for the first charge. Was so stoked on that charge too. And then knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So literally right back to where we started. Ouch. Okay. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. The monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to there. And then we will shuffle this bad boy back into the deck. So that was a bummer. That was a good opportunity for some fun stuff to happen. Ooh. Oh no, block wouldn't have done anything because it was brain damage. You know what, Mike? I will take that. Thank you. Okay, well, look at the cards. Let's have that trap really low this time, please and thank you. That would be a mucho burrito. Very nice. And now I wish I did go with the spear guy first because that trap was there and he is a spear specialist. Alas. Let's see. So how far could Scar move? So movement is just 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it. There we go. And Gancho is also going to move 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do there. And that is my turn. So back to this terrifying antelope. Bolts. Pick target. Closest knockdown survivor. No one's knocked down. Furthest threat. Okay. In range. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. So this is going to be coming up here. Move and attack. So luckily we got the bacon shield in play. So this is going to be block 2, which is nice. And how much speed tokens? So this is 5 attacks hitting on... We do have a lot of avoidance here at least. So we got 5 evasion, which is amazing. So 5 attacks hitting on 7s. 2, 4, 5. Awesome. So that is only 2 hits, and both those get blocked. So heck yeah, we are here for that any day. So 0 damage. And then it is going to full move away from all survivors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to that corner there. Let's see if we can get some stuff still on the board here. Shuffle to the bottom, I'm calling it. Fingers crossed, my fingers crossed. And then at the end of its turn, it is going to full move in a straight line because of the way we're playing the diabolical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay, that brings us back to our turn. So we got 6 movement there, but it's not really going to matter. Can we get in range here with Scar? So movement 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we dash, let's dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. And Scar has a few attacks with, just imagine a bunch of gong sounds on that attack. Yeah, that's perfect. Get it on, ring a gong. Okay, so we've got 2 speed and hitting on 4s. Oh, no, actually hitting on 3s. Nice, so we get 2 hits. Connect with the Restless Shank and the Restless Back. So if you have a clever shield, let's go ahead and do this. We don't have any luck or anything on this character, so just critting on a 10 and needing 7s on the dice to wound. No. And Restless Back. No. Okay. So needing a 7 rather than a 6 is pretty rough to begin with, but not getting any is a shame indeed. Okay, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then also going to block with a bacon shield for 2, and then 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So we're there, and we can go 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we should be able to, not a 7, yes, not a 7 indeed, charge next turn. So hopefully things will pan out for us. We shall see. If I'm lucky. I have a feeling it's not going to pan out that way. You know what? Let's move a little bit closer, just in case, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, Ryu. That's going to be the end of our turn. So let's draw another card and see what happens. Chow down. If there are no Acanthus plants on the showdown board, discard Chow down to perform basic action. That we shall do. So basic action. Which is going to be gray, so it's just going to go straight forward, if I recall correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, you know what? That sounds great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. In which case, what makes the most sense to do this smart and to be as effective here as possible? Let's try the charge. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? No, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 dice hitting on 3s. Second charge is always better. The first one was a warning charge. Okay, so we get 1 hit, and we connect with Furry Tail. You strike the magnificent bushy tail. Okay, so wounding on a 7+. We get it with an 8. Fantastic. Not a crit, but we do get a wound. We have 3 wounds, and I feel like 5 rounds. This fight has normalized a little bit, though, so we got that going for us. Okay, so no bad responses there. I think let's do the charge, because it's most guaranteed to do some good. So we'll charge, adding 1, 2, 3, 4 strength to our roll here, which is nice. Which gets us in decent range to wound here. So 3 attacks, hitting on 6s. Oh, a full miss. Is that... Oh, diabolical. Did I totally miss that? Yeah, thank you. I totally did, because it would have moved, and where would have gone to? Thanks, Sir Mike, keeping me honest, and I totally missed diabolical. So I guess let's just do it now, and then we'll have our last guy go after. Okay, diabolical. So it's absolutely going to chample here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to there, getting knocked down and taking some damage, 2 brain damage, which is joyful. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go up to there, and I don't think Gancho has anything to do except block with the bacon shield, so we're probably just going to block with the bacon shield. Yeah, blocking with the bacon shield it is, because we cannot spend survival. Okay, so back to its turn. Ram, furthest threat in range that we can do. Actually, we are going to roll a dice on a 6+. It's going to target someone else. Nice. It's going to target the bacon shielded fellow. Okay, so here we go. It is going to ram. So 1 speed hitting on, or not 1 speed. It's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 speed hitting on 7s. Okay, so 3's not great, but we block 2 of them, which is nice. So we just get the 1 hit. On Gancho's body for... Oof. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so that is ram done. Okay, well, and that is not quite the end of its turn, because now it's going to trample. So it is going to trample. Okay, so let's do trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there, and Gancho is going to get 3 random. No, not Gancho. Scar, 3 random damage. Okay. Waste. There we go. Okay. And now it's back to us. So now, fingers crossed, we're in a prime location here. Scar is going to spend a survival going down to 6, getting our dear friend right here up. They cannot spend a survival. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, so they still can't really do anything. Well, let's see what happens here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Risen. And we're going to be attacking with the Calcified Juggernaut Blade. Easy to forget Diabolical, like most things we absolutely don't want to do. Indeed, I feel that. Okay, so hitting on a 3 with the Juggernaut Blade, we get a perfect hit. I don't think we get to do anything else with that. Okay. No. All right, so let's see what we draw. Oh, you know what? You might be correct. It might not. Let's take a look. Full move through and past the survivor. I assume so because it moves through and collision happens when a monster moves through. So my assumption is collision still happens. Okay, so delicate inverted knee. We don't need very much to hit. Basically, we just don't need a 1. 3 plus 16 is it. So we do get another wound, our 4th wound of the fight, which is just disgusting. Okay, so that's fun. Okay. Just taking a look at the gear here. Oh my goodness, I've been totally forgetting about something this entire time. The final lantern. So I'm just going to do a couple of retcon rolls. So I'm going to add an attack to that. So a 2 would not hit. We needed a 3 to hit. And I'm just going to do a retcon for the whatchamacall. And by the way, this is Horripilation, which I went at the very beginning and read all about and then promptly forgot. So we can take a quick look there as to what it does. But basically, once per round, I can get an extra attack, which I put off to the side and promptly forgot about. So we will hit there, and adding 9 to this result, so needing a 7. No. Okay, I'm just going to do 1 more for posterity. No. Okay, so that was just a couple bladed rolls because I'd forgotten about stuff. Okay. So I need to remember that going forward. Let's do this die, because that's what it is. Also, this is like a crappy Kingsman fight, but inverse. Yeah, it literally is. And so far, I've despised the Kingsman fight. If this goes on for like another 20 minutes to half an hour, I'm probably just going to try and run away and see what happens with that. But yeah, we'll see. Also, I'm probably just going to do the settlement phase later and just see what happens with this fight, because things aren't going horrendous, but it's a freaking slog and a logging of a fight. So we'll see. All right, and I guess that is basically going to be my turn. So it would be, they can't, yeah. Oh, and I'm also forgetting the 2 insane damage for them too, because of being adjacent. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not adjacent, so that's something. And back to the monster's turn. He just runs away, making it long and boring, indeed. Buck, at the start of each monster turn, target and attack any survivor in the blind spot. All right, so Buck is now in play. We no longer want to be in the blind spot. Good to know. It is now going to trample. I'm just going to look up the rules for block and see if I can avoid the collision with block. Block. Spend activation to ignore X hits the next time you're attacked. Yep, so trample is still going to fall into play. Okay, so trample going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Boom, knocked over. And that's going to be 2 more insanity damage, going down to 0, meaning they can spend in survival, which is nice. Okay. So, Scar's going to spend a survival, getting this fellow down here up. That's something. And they are going to... Risen is going to charge again, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and adding 5 toughness. So that would be 11 strength. So let's do it. So it's going to be 3 hitting on... Oh, dang it. Okay, nice. So we get 3 hits. That's something. 1, 2, and 3. Gnarled horns. We got a failure. Tugging frantically comes loose, but you stumble. Failure. Okay, let's put that one last. Okay, so we're adding 12 here. Maybe we can finally get some wounds in. 8. Nice. So we knock that out. Do a wound. Ooh, nice. That is enough. We knock that out. Ooh, actually. +2 luck. That's not going to do anything, though. Do a wound. And then... Ooh, a crit. Huzzah! Gain a Screaming Antelope resource and a Insanity. That is nice. Back up to... Ooh, and Sanity's doubled, so 1 becomes 2. Okay, well, those 3 wounds were huge. So let's gain a random Antelope resource. We gain a Pelt. Fun times. Okay, and we got that there. So that was good. That was really good. Let's see about 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. So we'll go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that wouldn't really do anything at all for us. Crit! Whoop, 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 whoop. Awesome. So Scar's going to go, and I'm going to do the extra attack thing for this round with Scar. So we have 3 dice hitting on 4s, or on 3s actually. Oh, man. Okay, so we get 1 hit. We connect with Restless Eye, and we are going to be wounding on a 7. Hey, we get it! Huzzah! Okay, cool. So we get a wound. We are working our way. That was our best round yet. It took like 6 or 7 rounds to warm up a little bit, but we are working our way there. This little fellow is just going to block. And yeah, let us see. So Buck is in play, which is a bummer. Oh, yeah. Forgot about the speed. So 5 attacks. 3, 4, and 5. For Risen, how much? I think you should have some evasion here. Let's see. 1, yeah, you got 2 evasion. Why is it showing up as 0? There we go. Okay, so this is going to be 5 attacks hitting on 5s. Okay, so that is 3. Okay, 1 more in the bucket. Yeah. Okay, so. And how much damage would this be? This would be 3 damage. To some random hit locations. So let's see, we didn't have block in play, so let's just see what we get here. So we do, oh, I've been forgetting ignore hits and lose 1 insanity. So on top of loading out bad, I've been playing really poorly just in general and forgetting all kinds of stuff. Off night, but that's okay. We are making our way through it. Okay, so with that in mind, that would be insanity, so that would take that out, and then the hands would be 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So that wasn't horrendous, and that wasn't even the beginning. That wasn't even its turn. That was just Buck the mood. All right, let's draw its AI card. Infested. When this card comes into play, the monster gains, oh my goodness, gains a toughness. Discovering the tick is gruesome. Roll 1d10 for each survivor on a result of 6+. Oh no, toughness has been a tough go for us, and this isn't good. Okay, so up in toughness again, and everyone's got to roll a d10 here. So we'll go with Gancho, getting 4, don't need to worry about it. Scar, don't need to worry about it. And Risen do need to suffer brain damage per monster level, in which case that is going to be a happy fun table again, which we don't love, but I guess that's a life of playing a immortal survivor here. Lantern 10. Oh, Frenzy. Okay, interesting. So 1d5 insanity is going to be double, so 2 becomes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to gain 1 speed and 1 strength token. And ignore slow, which is pretty cool. We just can't spend any more survival, but you know what? That's okay by me. Okay, draw AI. So this is just a trait that is also in game now. So draw AI. Stomp and Snort, random survivor in range. Okay, so let's roll here once again. Lowest gets it. Furthest away is going to be a Lantern 10, a 1, and a 5. However, we are going to roll again, and on a 6+, someone else gets it. No, so they get it. Stomp and Snort. Screaming Antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgling moan sounds from under its undermouth. Turn to face and roll 1d10. On a 4+, suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Let's see. 6+, yes. So that's going to be 3 brain damage on Scar. This is going to be a happy fun table roll for Scar. 5. Danger Seizure, dealing 1 damage to self and adjacent, and then gaining 1d5. Okay, to self. I think I forgot that last time. So Scar, 1 damage to the boots. And 1d5 insanity is going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is the most brain injuries I've ever rolled. It's nuts. Frenzy Party, everyone on speed and strength, no survival. Sounds like the tagline of a 70s B movie. Indeed. That's fantastic, Mike. Okay. Well, I mean, that could have been worse. The target was not insane, so we don't need to worry about that. And we'll put that card away. Okay, diabolical time. So it is going to trample here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Knocking you down. And dealing 3 random damage to Risen, which actually becomes 2, and we'll take that off the insanity. Yeah, Immortal's pretty wild. I'm kind of a fan of it. It's trippy. And then it's our turn. So the person here is frenzied and cannot encourage. Oh, I totally forgot about. We have a Fist and Tooth Master here, so they can just stand up. I forgot about that entirely. That is lovely. Cool. Very cool. So let's see. That's going to change things. With that in mind, let's go with Risen. So do we want a 2 speed? No, we're going to charge and we're going to do the Feather Shield thing once again. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll add that to the toughness roll. And so 3 dice hitting on 5s. We are going to get kicked in the face for this, but that's okay. That wasn't really worth it for a single hit. Let's see what we connect with. Restless Flank. And let's see. So we are 13. So we need a 3+. Nice, we get it. We wound. Reflex. Turns to face the attacker. Oh my goodness, that was phenomenal. We're very happy about that. And we do another wound. Cool. Okay, well, that is fun. Oh, I should have been rolling another attack there, and actually I'm going to do the other one there too. Okay, so we get 1 additional hit. Restless Hoof. So we need a 3 on the dice. Okay, let's see. Does that really cause us a bother or not? 2, so 2 plus 13 is 15. That's short by 1. Oh no, they got extra strength. Yeah, no, they hit. Heck yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. That was close to being not great. But yeah, Frenzy Party. I think Frenzy Party might just do it for us. Okay, so next up, let's do this right. We're going to move Gancho over here. And Gancho hasn't gone to attack in a very long time. So block's still in play. We've got Digging Claws. I think is going to be our best bet here. Yeah, let's lead in with the Digging Claws. So it's going to be 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, we'll take that one. Restless Ear, and then we crit on a 9. Oh, 5, 14 is not gonna cut it, I don't think. If you're attacking the Clever Shield, oh dang, if, so 9, that'd be 14, no, so no diggity, we don't wound, but nothing horrible happens, so that's okay. And then next up we're gonna have, oh, Gancho is also gonna suffer some insanity damage there to the noggin, brain damage, done. Going down to 1 insanity. And okay, so Scar. Here we go, Scar. Are you frenzied? I don't think so. I think Scar is the only person not frenzied. So we got 2 dice hitting on 3s. Nice, we get 2 hits. And we connect with Restless Muzzle and Restless Inner Thigh. Let's take a look. So critical wound, that would be nice. Let's do this one first. Okay, so we need a 7 on the dice. We do not, that's too bad. And then 7 on the dice. Huzzah! Not a crit, but we do wound. Woo! Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be a very fun one to watch, but it's an interesting fight for sure. They're doom and gloom earlier, and now it's just kind of like derp, but there's hope. Hopeful derp, shall we say. All right, they're going to surge and do that again. So 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Nice. And then wounding on 7s. Oh, bummer. Okay, so that is too bad. That is too bad indeed. Alrighty, Roo, and that is going to be the end of our turn. So Infested is going to come into play here. So when a survivor ends their act adjacent to the monster, roll 1d10 on a 1 to 2. Oh god, -1 string tokens. Not so good. He's got a huge stack of wounds still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds left to go, not including the basic action. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're basically halfway there. And you could say we were absolutely living on a prayer. Yeah, losing our only ranged person and a person with like one of the best weapons really sucked. Okay. Well. I think that's going to be the end of our turns, and we need to roll 2 dice. So not looking for 1s or 2s. Good. Arisen is going to gain a -, strength token, which kind of sucks, but it really also doesn't matter for Arisen because it's pumping up. Actually, that's the wrong person. It's pumping up their calcified Juggernaut Blade, which is basically plus 13 or plus like 18 strength now, which is pretty wild. Okay, its turn. Back kick. Blind spot in range, no deal. Closest threat in range, perfect. That is going to be dead ahead. So we get 5 speed hitting on 5s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting on 5s. That looks like a pretty freaking good roll indeed. So only 1 miss. We can get rid of 1 for the cool chess piece that we have. And what is the deal with this card? Move the target so it's in its blind spot. So there we go. 3 becoming 5 damage we don't love. Totally in the Machovi zone. Okay. So, let's do this thing. We cannot dodge. But let's see. So, it's just going to be 5... so that is going to drop us down to 0 insanity. So we're going to roll on the Happy Happy Fun table roll once more. Gaining a 4. Oh, ooh. Flee, you are knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. Gain 1d5 insanity. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, was it 5? Knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. There we go. That would be, you know, we're near the board edge, so we're just going to be there. And then 1d5 insanity, which we get to double. Ooh, 9. So that would be 5, becoming 10. Huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cool. Coo. And then it's going to do its joyful diabolical. So let's go ahead and do that, in which case it is going to... It's got its choice here. I'm just going to say it goes... D's away. Now let's get it back in the center of the board a little bit and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up to there, knocking you down, and that's going to be 3 random damage to the body of Goncho. And then it's back to our turn. So you get stand up, which is nice. And I think... Okay, so you can't really do anything. Let's see, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead with Goncho first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are going to be swinging in with the Digging Claws. And we are going to use that additional attack thing this round on Goncho. So it's going to be 3 dice hitting on 2s. Awesome. And then we connect with 1, 2, and then trap, no trap. It is the trap. Joy. Okay, so cancel those attacks and let's do this thing. Screaming Antelope Trap times 2. It was actually pretty far down in the deck. Okay, so no one suffers that brain damage, or I guess all adjacent, so that's just gonna be Goncho. He's gonna happy roll on the Happy Happy Fun table. Let's do that. 8. Lunacy, gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. So, random disorder, let's roll. Monster Panic. Except for 1 additional brain damage, that's going to be a treat. And then 1d5 insanity, gaining 3. Okay, and then the monster is going to do some more stuff. Lands on its belly, it slides on its teeth, directly away from the attacker, full move, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up that way. There we go. And yay, well, that was... that does not spark joy, shall we say. All right, well, let's shuffle that back. There we go. Okay, so what can we do this turn in that case? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are going to block. And then this fellow is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting to there. And I don't think Scar's got anything else that they can do. Let's take a little look. Nope. Oh, they actually do the cat eye circlet. I didn't realize that they had it. Let's take a look. 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Let's do, I think that order sounds good. Sorry, I didn't read those out. Just figure this is running a long one anyways, and moving things a little bit quicker is not a bad call in this case. Okay, so I need to shuffle up the AI deck. I am terrified for when that skewer comes out again. That was a brutal opener. Getting it right away really sucked. And let's see what the monster is going to do. Lone Rampage, so we don't need to worry about this at all, which is nice. Okay, cool. So we put that down. Diabolical is going to come into play, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there we go. You know what? I'm going to put him back one more. There we go. You get knocked back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got block 1. Which I guess technically speaking wouldn't block that. So let's go back to Risen's Insanity, and that's going to be 2 Insanity going down to 8. And then it's our turn. So to start things off, let's get up and scoot forward with Risen. They are going to charge once more, going 1, 2, 3, 4. So adding 4 strength, which isn't quite as good. We've got 4 attacks here. I was doing that wrong, actually. 4 attacks, hitting on 6s. Oh, wow, we get 3 perfect hits, which is pretty wild. They don't do anything for us, though. And let's see what we get. 1, 2, and 3. Furry Tail, Restless Ear, and Restless Back, the ones that we were just looking at. Let's see. So let's do this one. And that one last. There we go. Cool. All right. So 4 plus 8, so 12. So we need 4s. Nice. So, oh, a 9. Do we have any luck on this character? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so we still get a wound there. That is nice. We got 9 more to go. We are getting there. Restless Back. So we need 4s once more. Nice. 9, 9. There we go. Another AI card down. And then last but not least, so 4s. Nice. Oh baby, that is a full suite of hits, and I'm just going to check off that we do indeed have weapon proficiency earned for Risen, because heck yeah, we do. Okay, next up, let's go ahead with Scar. Scar is going to use their... Actually, and we do need to roll a dice there. 5, so we don't need to worry about that. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, they do suffer brain damage though, so it's going to be 2 more brain damage for Scar. Oh, nope, not Scar. I've got this all mixed up here. For Risen, 2 more brain damage going down to 6. 7 left. Here we go. Okay, so 2 dice. Hitting on, for Scars, I think it's 3s? Yeah, hitting on 3s. Nice. That will connect indeed. 1 and 2. Cool, 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 cool. All right, let's do this one first. And so we crit on a 10, so you don't have any luck or anything. 4 is not going to do it. That is too bad. And here we go. Oh, a 7 is exactly what we needed to wound. That is perfect. Okay, nice. So that is another wound down. And let's go ahead and spend a survival. And let me just double check something. To surge here and do that one more time. Okay, so we get 2 hits and we connect with Restless Tongue, or no, Restless Rump and Giant Tongue. -2 toughness to wound this location. Very nice. Oh, let's do this one for sure. So 1 dice. 6 to wound is not going to cut it. Oh, -2 toughness. Indeed. Blood and spittle erupt from the screaming antelope's wounded undermaw. If the wound result is even, suffer 1 brain damage. If the wound result is odd, gain 1 insanity. So we suffer 1 brain damage, going down to 3. But we do make the wound. We are getting there. We are getting there. Okay. So that is done. And then Restless Rump. Let's see. So wounding on a... You know what? I would love a crit here. That would be nice. Oh, it was right there too. So we don't wound. So reflex happens anyways, though. Turn the monster to face away from the attacker. Full move forward in a straight line. So away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. Okay, well, you know what? That's not horrendous. What we're going to do now is we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're going to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. We're basically going to move this fellow into the charge path here and see what happens. Maybe not. Let's put them there. And then they're just going to block 2 with the Bacon Shield. All right, let's see what this guy's going to do. Oh, Skewer! It's back! I was really hoping we got rid of it. Closest knockdown survivor, furthest threat in field of view. Dang it. Okay, so this is going to be... Ooh, this would be... We'll put this on a Risen here. All right, so full move, 1 dice, or 1 speed becomes 5, which is wild. And accuracy is going to be, I think 4. Let me double check. Risen, evasion, yeah, so 4, which is pretty brutal. 2, 4, 5. They're not doomed at least, but we can't spend survival anyways, and they don't have block up. All right, so that is 4 hits and 5 damage per hit. Bacon Shield, alas, Bacon Shield was on the person that I moved closer, trying to goat out an attack on them. So alas, the Bacon Shield did not come in clutch here. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so disemboweled is going to happen regardless. We can ignore a hit, so that is nice because we are insane. And then we get to reduce, so this is going to be, so 5 becomes 4 insanity damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next is going to do that again, bringing our insanity down to 0, meaning we need to roll on, that's 2 down. So we roll on the Happy Fun table of brain damage. Oh no. And that is probably Risen dead. Mortal Terror. No ifs and or buts. Survivor is dead. Okay, so we've lost Risen. So 2 for 2, Skewer equals death. To be fair, the amount of brain trauma rolls that I had to roll with that character, lucky that they survived so long and at the end of the day. So we shall take it. That's a bummer, but they did what they needed to, and I never want to see the Skewer card ever again. It is so violent. Okay, all right. Well, with that in mind, it's going to full move forward. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Okay, and back to our go. So Risen is dead. Immortal Tank no longer. Level 3 Lope, dead. Extra Endeavors. Yeah, that character was coming in so clutch this fight too. Okay. Well, what now? So it's our turn, and I guess we need to go in with Scar. 1, 2. They don't even need to get too close. That's awesome. So they're going to keep their distance, and they have 2 dice hitting on 3s. So we get 1 hit. Okay, let's do this thing. So we wound on 7s. Oh, a 1. Reflex. If attacking with a melee weapon or ruin this location is 1 or a 2, consumes your weapon, archive the gear and cancel. Oh no. Oh, I misread that earlier. Or I don't know if I got the same one earlier or not. If attacking with a melee weapon and the ruin roll is 1 or 2, which is exactly what we got. I think, yeah, pretty sure we got a 1 or 2. Archive the gear and cancel the attack. That really, really stinks. Okay, so Finger of God is archived. We have it no longer. That sucks. Okay. 5 left. Avenge the Fallen. Yeah, that was the Finger of God. The Finger of Gone now. I mean, do we surge? No, we can't surge and Fist of Tooth because we're not close enough anymore. Okay, well, let's see. Let's go 1. Yeah, let's just stay there, and they're going to block 2. Bummer. Okay. Well, speaking about swingy, at least tonight has been swingy both ways. I feel like it's just tearing any hope I have out of me, though. Okay, let's see what it's going to do for its turn. Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range. This is going to be either or, so lowest gets it. Nice. Begins to Stomp and Snort. Turn to face the target and roll 1d10. Okay, I'll enter 10. 1 brain damage per monster level for Goncho. So that is 3, going down to 0 insanity. And is knocked down. They are not insane, so they're not knocked back. That is something. So there we go. It's now going to trample, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knocking you down and causing you 3 random damage. Bringing the head armor down to 1. F this fight right in the ear. Indeed. Okay, we're so close though. We're so close. Okay. And then it's going to be our turn. So both survivors can stand up. That is nice. And we're going to go with our boy Goncho over here. So Goncho is going to be attacking with the digging claws. So 2 dice. And we're also going to do the extra red dice here. Yeah, it's not called Kingdom Tickle Monster, indeed. Kingdom Death all over the place. All right, so hitting on 3s. Amazing, so we get full swing of hits. And what do we have to connect with here? Turn to face the attacker, not too bad. Let's do these. Cool. Alrighty, Roo. So we have 9 strength. So we need 7's on the dice. 6. I'm just gonna double check here and make sure I'm entirely right. You know what? I'm going to convert the negative strength token that they got to a positive. And make that a hit. And I'm able to do so from the, probably should have done this a while ago, the rubber bone harness. I'm 99% sure I had a -1 strength token there. So that will make that a hit. So we shall take it. Turn to face the attacker. That is fine by me. We get another wound down, and we have so few left. Okay, so 6s to wound. Oh, we get a critical! Fantastic! A Screaming Antelope resource, netting us a bladder. We shall take that. And Persistent Injury, Destroyed Hoof. The Screaming Antelope's hoof is ruined. Affects some AI cards. Amazing. Okay, and then Gnarled Horns. 6, so we get a wound there too. Fingers crossed we're able to get rid of Skewer on this. That would be the most amazing thing. And we have very few wounds left to go. We got 3. Unreal. This is probably the longest fight I've ever had. And we are getting there. Hoof. Okay. Hoof indeed. So can't surge or do anything there. We can go with Goncho though, which isn't really going to be worth much, but we may as well try. Or not Goncho. Goncho. This is Scar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning, okay, and that's actually going to be brain damage on Goncho 2, which is going to be a happy fun table roll. Getting a 7. I'm going to be very familiar with this brain table roll by the end of this. Dangerous Seizure. Oh, nope, not that one. Lunacy, random disorder, and 1d5 insanity. So 1d5 insanity will be 5. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a random disorder. Selected Ghostly Beauty, but survivor already has 3 disorders. Let's absolutely do that. Let's get rid of Monster Panic. Cool. And yeah, Ghostly Beauty is interesting. Double all insanity you gain, double all survival you spend. Yeah, no spear, bite it. We are going to go fist and teeth like crazy here. Let's frickin' do it. We don't have any extra luck or anything, so this is just going to be a straight fist and tooth roll. So Joy, 2 dice, hitting on 8s. So we don't hit. And I don't know if it makes sense to spend one of our only remaining survivals on that. That just feels foolhardy, so we're not going to do it. Okay. Done deal for that turn. Let's bring it back to its turn. Lone Rampage, and Lone Rampage, and everybody's in the zone. Unleashes an awful wail to signal its terrific rampage. All non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage, so that will be everybody. There we go, and there we go. All knockdown survivors within zone of death suffer 1 damage. All standing survivors within zone of death suffer 1 damage per monster level. Bash and knockback 7. Okay, so you get to ignore bash, which is nice. So knockback 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also 3 random damage to the hands. For Scar, nice. Going down to 0. The dice gods have forsaken us. Those dice gods are very fickle, that's for sure. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knockdown, and then 3 random damage to the booties for Gancho. 1, 2, 3, which is down to 4 armor. And then we have Diabolical, in which case, which way would you go? I think I'm going to say that you go this way, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get this. The map is a freaking mess over here, full of cards, but that is all right. So 3 random damage to the body. 1, 2, 3. That brings us to a severe injury, but we don't need to roll on the Happy Happy Fun table yet. And it's our turn. We need to do 2 wounds. That is all. So let's go ahead and get them stood up because we do have a Fist and Tooth Master. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And swing in with their Digging Claws. So we get 2 attacks. I'm also going to do the monster target tokeny thing again here. So 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Amazing. We get 3 wounds. Now please don't trap me now. Don't trap me now. Having such a hard time. Okay, Restless Shank, Delicate Inverted Knee, and please, Furry Throat. We have two more to go. So this could be it. This could be it. Guess we don't want to do that one first because it's going to knock people back. This one sounds good to do first. Let's do Inverted Delicate Knee. And, oh, dang, we're not doing, if you hit with a Clever Shield, so we didn't do that. We just have the Dig and Claw, but we are adding, we only need a 6 to wound. 7. Whew, we do away with that. We have 1 more wound to go. The Furry Throat. Okay, so 6. That's all we need. Oh, and on a critical wound, we do it. Hands down, I think this is the longest fight I've had, and I made it a lot more difficult for myself than I needed to be by, I think, being overconfident, basically. I thought it was going to be a little easier, and I didn't look at the stuff ahead of time. To be fair, I am kind of trying to play blind, but I realized, like, in this game, if you have information available to you, freaking look at it or else you're gonna get kicked in the face. So did it to myself, and I'm probably gonna be looking at fights a little bit ahead of time. In fights like this where I've done it before, I think for like the Gold Smoke Knight, that'll be definitely going in blind. But yeah, crit finish. What a way to end a brutal fight. And we do get, so what do we get here? So for the Furry Throat, we get a critical wound, gain a Screaming Antelope resource, another pelt. There's a chance to blow it snaps the neck. Just out of fun, like, oh my goodness, what are the chances? 2 crits in a row. Totally irrelevant, but just for the flavor kill, there's a chance that this blow snaps the Screaming Antelope's neck, killing it. Roll another d10. On a result of 10, the Screaming Antelope instantly dies. So we just killed it, and that was a fantastic finish to a wild glass case of emotions fight. So I think looking at the time, I'm definitely not going to do the settlement phase tonight, but I will at least do the fallout aftermath of this fight. Wow, what a wild, wild time. You nasty bugger. That was a wild, wild time. Level 3 fights are no joke, apparently. Okay, so let's do this thing. And I'll pick this up a little bit higher. There we go. Complete showdown. Return and advance year. Boom, boom, boom. Wild. Okay, so we've done that, and that was level 3, so we get 2 hunt XP, weapon proficiency. No one actually... Oh yeah, Scar would have gotten it, which is nice. So let's just bump that up by 1, because I forgot that. Our shield person actually lost... They're dead, so they didn't get anything to add, which is too bad. With 2 hunt XP. Okay, Scar does age, that's nice. And Gancho, you probably age too. Yes, you do. Nice, nice. So we will be doing some age stuff later on. I think I'll save that for the settlement phase. And rewards. So we got Stone Circle. We've already got that. No one's got 20 plus Insanity. Oh, wow. So I'm really glad that I didn't bring our Lucidin in here. I was going to. He would have died, never to be seen again. It's been a Lamesman, Kingsman level journey. Glad to be part of it. Hey, thank you for being along there, Mike. You quite literally raised my spirits and were part of the reason why I kept going. There was a moment or two there I was like, oh, this isn't fun. I don't know if I want to continue. But glad I persevered. It didn't go as long as I thought it could have. And it ended up being really exciting. So, heck yeah. The fight is never over until it's over, as they say. Until the screaming antelope sings. Okay, do we have pottery? I think we might. I think we might have pottery. Let's take a look. Pottery, we do. So if we have pottery and they defeat a screaming antelope level 3, the survivors may preserve the stench of half-digested acanthus from the antelope's organs. A random survivor gains the astute ability. We'll give astute to... a random survivor. Well, you know what? After that heinous fight, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on our spear person. I think that sounds fun. This being Scar. Astute. What does Astute do? On arrival, if possible, add an acanthus plant terrain to the showdown. Oh, sweet. So it's a way to add extra stuff. Sweet. You rock as well, Mike. Thank you too, and have an awesome rest of the week there for yourself as well, good sir. Okay, then we'll just draw Astute on arrival. Oh yeah, sweet, that's really cool. Alright, so 5 basic, 7 screaming, and 1 black lichen. Wild. Let's dole these out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7 screaming antelope. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought there was something else that we're supposed to gain from this. Let's see. So, don't mind me, I'm just reading not out loud here. I was under the impression that the Screaming Antelope always gives you the... Legendary Horns. I think it's part of the card here. Let's take a look here. When the monster is defeated, gain the Legendary Horns Strange Resource. Cool, so we gain some Strange Resources here also. Which I've got on the table somewhere or other, up here. Leather... Legendary Horns. Black Lichen, what art thou? Okay, so Black Lichen, this we get for defeating the level 3, which is cool. I have no idea what it is. So it's a bone, organ, hide, consumable, other. Malleable, pungent, and attractive. You may consume this. If you do, your lips turn gray, your hair whitens, and you become infertile. Gain +1 courage, +1 understanding, and suffer destroyed genitals, severe waist injury. Interesting. Legendary Horns. Holding them fills you with power. Cool. And what about, I do believe our Luza, longtime watcher, mentions that that item is how you build a super cool spear. So kind of fitting from beating this and losing our spear that fight. Can I make another finger, or was that a special deal? I could make another one, but I'd have to fight the Phoenix again, and it would have to be level 3. And I don't know if I want to fight the level 3 Phoenix. I might look it over and decide, but I might do the Flower Knight or the White Lion next to gain +1 accuracy and something else. We shall see. Okay, so for this, we get Monster Bone, Love Juice. Haven't seen that in a long time. Broken Lantern, love that. Question Mark and Love Juice. Okay. And then Screaming Antelope Resources, Shank Bone, Spiral Horn, Flat Tooth, Pelt, Shank Bone, Bone. Cool. forget that, the Phoenix. I love that because I feel like that's very on brand for the monster there too. Awesome. Well, on that note, I'm going to clean this all up and I'll record a separate video for the settlement phase. This fight has been on long enough for those who've tuned in. Thank you very much for joining, and for those who make it all the way to this point in the recorded version that's saved in the YouTube playlist, good on you, much love, and thanks for hanging out for what was a freaking long but great fight in the end. I was not feeling great halfway, like the very beginning and partway through, but great fight in the end. So thank you guys, thank y'all, and we'll see you next time. Bye!